Okay, guys, so let's go ahead and talk about the Sony conference. Now, we didn't hear we didn't hear any surprises really. We didn't know, no big surprises anyway. We did hear about one new game. Everything else we pretty much knew about, but let's go ahead into it anyway. Let's jump right into the notes. First and foremost, let's see. Trenton came out. He made jokes. He kissed up to the crowd as he usually does. The gamers are our best friend on the universe, or things like that. Spend 7 minutes on that. Fine, that's what he does. All the time. It's nothing bad. Nothing bad. Trenton, also I noticed he called the PlayStation 3 the PlayStation Wii. No big deal. I just thought that was funny. Maybe he had the Smash Bros. Clone on the mind. Anyway, so Cage came out and talked about Beyond Two Souls, which was pretty much the one, and I believe the only new game that was actually announced. But we already knew that Quantum Dream was working on a new game and was going to be announced at E3. So despite the fact that it was a new game announced, we already knew it was going to be announced. So yeah. Anyway, the actress who's going to be playing the character, the protagonist, if you will be Ellen Page, which is actually pretty cool because she's actually a pretty good actress. Anyway, so they played a game. They did a demo or a cinematic, as you might want to call it, for Aquatic Dream. It was good as usual. It's pretty much what you expect from Aquatic Dream. So this is definitely a good thing, by the way, just in case you didn't know that. Next game up was PlayStation Battle Royale. From the beginning, I noticed from the beginning that some people had Vita, some people had controllers. They announced that there will be a Vita version that will be cross-playable. We already knew that. Let's see what else. After looking at the gameplay, though, I realized it doesn't really play like Super Smash Brothers. It plays more like Digimon Battle Royale. No, Digimon Battle Arena. That's what it plays more like. But even my wife kind of noticed the similarities between that and Smash Brothers. Overall, it's a good game. I can't wait to play it. Also, they announced two characters. One was Drake. I already knew it was going to be Drake, so no big surprise. And I think the second character was Big Daddy. Now, I don't understand. Well, I guess, overall, like I said, good thing. Coming out this holiday season. They also mentioned how you was going to get a DLC upgrade to the Vita that's going to be able to go ahead and work in cooperatively with Little Big Planet. That was pretty cool. Kind of like the glass, the Microsoft Glass, if you will, and the the Nintendo Wii U gamepad. There you go. They also announced, this was a new game. Yeah, I do apologize. This was a new game. They also announced Call of Duty for the Vita. It's actually a spin-off. Also, pretty cool. They also announced that they're going to go ahead and give more games on PlayStation Plus. Once again, pretty cool. They also announced PlayStation 1 Classics are coming to the Vita. Also good. They also announced that they wanted to go ahead over the applications that are on the PlayStation 3. I don't know why. The Xbox has that and more, so I don't know. They have every single application they mentioned plus more, so I don't know why they actually went over that, but whatever. They announced a new Assassin's Creed title called Assassin's Creed Liberation, which will actually which be for the Vita and actually have a female assassin. Good, because this will be, I wouldn't say the first time we've seen a female assassin, but the first time we've actually been able to control one as the main protagonist. So, once again, pretty cool. Now, we also got, what else? Assassin's Creed 3 will go ahead and ship on October 30th, and we'll have cross-compatibility with Assassin's Creed Liberation, and it's also going to be bundled with the 4GB version of the Vita. Really cool. White Vita, might I add to, Something that, Shokio's not going to like, because, he likes black. He's a black man. You had to watch the video, get it. Trust me, yeah. Anyway, then he turned in, he said I won't give a first look at the Vita, so I guess he missed the Ubisoft conference, but we've already, first look at Assassin's Creed 3 rather, but we did get a first look at the sea battles in Assassin's Creed, so that was actually pretty cool, and once again, another bundle is going to come out for the PlayStation 3 for Assassin's Creed 3, also good. They also talk about Far Cry and how it's going to have 4-player co-op, also good. I did notice there was a little bit of an error when the game first started. The shadows and the shaders kind of loaded way after, way after the game started. In fact, they were walking, and I noticed that the stuff in the far distance didn't have any shadows or shaders. It wasn't until it got closer that it actually did have that. So it looks like the game has a little bit of a problem. I can't tell if it's the software or the hardware is the problem, but nonetheless, I digress. I'm assuming it's the software because we haven't seen the problems like that during like Uncharted or anything like that. They also mentioned Wonder Books. Now, Wonder Books was going to have a kind of an augmented reality kind of thing going on to it. And I'm going to speak later on about this doing some other videos later on down the road here. But at first I looked at it, I'm like, it's okay, but it's not going to go anywhere far at all. But then, if you actually think about it, what if Marvel Comics or DC Comics actually picked this up? Remember, DC Comics is actually working with Sony on a lot of things, so what if DC Comics was to go ahead and pick this up? This would actually bring comics to a whole new level. I'm just saying, think about that for a second. Let that kind of muster in for a second. Wife brought that up. They announced again the PlayStation Suite, and they said that the HTC will now be helping them out, with making phones and whatnot. They also announced that the PlayStation Suite will be called PlayStation Mobile. We kind of figured that already. That was no surprise there when they said as soon as they mentioned it's going to be a new name, we knew what it was. They saw God of War. God of War, I think it's like the 5th God of War game and the 7th IP, I think it is. Anyway, it looked as good as expected. It was actually pretty good. My favorite part was, like, if you looked, like, what happened was is the screen would go close to Kratos' face, and he would, like, kind of scream for a second, and the animation on his face was just kind of creepy, but it was actually pretty cool at the same time. Definitely a younger Kratos going on here. It is a prequel, just like the new Gears of War that's coming out. Overall, I thought it was pretty good. It didn't kind of grab me the way God of War 3 did. Nonetheless, maybe I just need to see more of it, so I'm going to hold off for now. Let's see. Then there was like a 20-second technical difficulty there, but nonetheless, they showed The Last of Us. Now, at first, I'm like, okay, this is Uncharted, but then I got to say, I was really impressed by how it all came about. I was like, yes, that's actually pretty cool, I mean, I was going to buy it anyway. I didn't really need any help saying, hey, Zeph, you probably need to buy this. This will help you. I already know I was going to buy it, but you get the idea. Then they have more technical problems here. The mic wouldn't work for Trenton. It's like it comes to the point right now where I'm starting to feel a conspiracy going on. But nonetheless, that was pretty much the end of the conference. My thoughts on it. I thought it was pretty good. I think it was better than Microsoft's conference. I think it was a hell of a lot better than Microsoft's conference, but I don't think it was better than Ubisoft's conference. Right now, in my personal opinion, I honestly believe that Nintendo kind of already won E3 yesterday. I'm just being honest with you. No, I'm going a little too far with that. Yeah, but honestly, I really think that Nintendo they pretty much got a good jump on it. Pretty much they're at the point right now where all they have to do is announce some decent quality game lineups for the Wii U, and they're good. And that's my opinion. Of course, always my opinion, but in my opinion, they kind of didn't really announce any upcoming titles that we didn't already know about. I guess we can say that the one for Quantic Dream we technically didn't know about, but I already knew that they were working on a game, so we'll say that one game. But so that pretty much brings it down to this: if if Nintendo announces more than one game, one exclusive that we don't know about, which in a sense is pretty much everything that's a first-party title, then they pretty much got it in the bag. Anyway, that's my review for the actual conference. Overall, like I said before, it wasn't bad. It wasn't as good as Sony could have done. I've seen them do better. That's all I got to say. You guys have a good night. Zeph out.